will defend them this a little bit. Well, it's definitely not a major thing, but from the experience of being a player and returning anima to the anima pool actually always felt quite nice to me. I will say that moment of, oh, how much do I have in my bags? Maybe I should be able to know, thanks Blizzard, but clicking the deposit button and then seeing the thing fill up was actually fairly nice from a UX perspective. Same with the research. In a way, I liked the feeling of turning stuff in, but not worth the hassle. So I'll sort of vaguely defend them. They were, wasn't worth it, but it was a nice touch. It just wasn't worth the actual damage it did to filling up your bags and the general experience.
I actually think on the topic of bags, you know what? Let's actually just take a quick little break from news and talk about bags.
Go for it.
Because in FF14, you've got your bags. You've also got your armory chest. And, gear goes to your armory chest. All the other things go into your bags. And then there's also your chocobo saddle bags too. But I haven't really used those that much. I was just wondering, though, within World of Warcraft, do you think it would make sense for Blizzard to do something that splits up your bags? Because already in the game, you can use like an engineering bag or an herbalism bag or something. Yeah. I would wonder if it would make sense in a future expansion. Maybe this is some new bag slots that the players could earn. I think this could be quite cool. But in the same way you've got your reagent bank in your bank, what would happen if you were able to unlock 2 new bag slots? One of them was for like, gear, maybe gear and key items or something. The other one's for like, reagents. What if that was a thing? You could maybe argue that it would just be too much to give to the players, but I don't know. I don't think it would be a big problem. Because certainly, giving us, 2 more bag slots storage slots per bag, maybe in a new expansion or something, or, was it Papa's bag that everybody was, I got it the first time I killed that rare in the pre-expansion event, sorry. It's like these tiny little piecemeal things, and Blizzard have kept on saying that they think the real solution to bag space bloat sort of doesn't lie in giving you more bags, because that's just kicking the can down the road. Now, it's fine for them to say that. They've not really done anything to deal with bags. They've actually done the opposite when you look at
worse.
Yeah, when you look at this stuff. So I just wonder, would it make sense to just give us some new types of bags, like how in FF you get the armor or the armory chest or the whatever it's called?
Yeah, I think
it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I think. As someone very rightly pointed out in chat, last time they added bag space, the game broke. I remember there were substantial issues with a couple of different things, if I remember correctly, around the time they gave bag space to people for the authenticator, and then for Vulpera, because Vulpera have extra bag slots by default.
Was that tied to? No, this is a genuine question because it kind of slipped my mind. I vaguely remember that. Was that not tied to it being your base backpack getting the new slots and not the other backpacks? Or is this just the total quantity of slots available per character?
So, from what I remember it being the base backpack's the problem, but also I feel like they wouldn't be able to just give you new bag slots. Just because if the base backpack's a problem, basically I look at it this way. If something hasn't changed in World of Warcraft, despite it being, something that reasonably would have changed in the past 17 years, I imagine there's a reason it hasn't changed. Which for this one, I would definitely say the fact that we haven't got an extra bag slot is probably due to some technical reason.
I have zero idea because, man, databases and me, we never got on. Now, I love a good Excel spreadsheet, totally, but you do some SQL stuff and, a school IT class and my eyes would kind of glaze over because it was just boring to me. But I do wonder, if you, let's just say that the idea that I had there was, maybe going to give you like 30 bag slots for armor and stuff, 30 bag slots for crafting materials. Like, do you then kind of have to like ring fence off some like database space for players, and you have to do that for every single character that exists? So suddenly, if you've, just added 40% onto the, carry capacity of every single character, do you then have to do some like database refactor, some crazy shit that I, of course, 100% don't actually understand? So totally flying blind here, no idea.
Yeah. So
but maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, how to put this? I feel like for a game that was created when World of Warcraft was created, in the time World of Warcraft was created, and using the tools it was made with, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that, they would need to really, really rebuild. because as Grim says, the base backpack was hard coded to 16 and mad references were everywhere to that, so they couldn't, but it's not even just like, oh, that's like a number 16. It's like the amount of memory that takes up. If you're doing things for a game as like generally well put together historically as World of Warcraft, you're likely doing an insane amount with specific sizes of memory. You're likely really tightly managing everything you use, because I mean that the game has always, at least vaguely speaking, outside of some visual stuff, the game's always ran fairly well on potatoes, which has been like, could be said is very good compared to a lot of things. I mean, the visuals kind of threw it away sometimes, but usually it's run really, really well.
Right, I get you. It's like how, when we were like, say in first year and second year, we're doing like C# and Java, and you kind of have like, the nice garbage collection, and, like the memory management's handled for you. And then, in like third year, you move into, doing some like C++ and C, and then you've got to do your own memory management. And it's just like, ah!
Yeah, I mean,
that's totally what it's like, when you're a computer science student, you kind of go, bam, into the, away from, to a lower level language or something. And suddenly you've got to do a whole bunch more. And that's probably not an ideal, like one-to-one to this, but maybe it's like thematically a similar problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I imagine, because, you're operating so many servers. You've got so many characters. The only way you're going to get that done efficiently is likely if you're doing things really, really, really to the letter and to the number, which would explain why things go so wrong sometimes, and why there's so many things that like feel archaically the same, but actually, aren't different. Because I'm reminded of the FF14 problem, where, UGP has basically just said, yes, so we cannot give you infinite glamour spaces. We'll see if we can try to get the glamour dresser a bit higher than 400, but we do not have the memory. Like there's not space in literal computer memory on our servers and in how everything's architected for it to work. I believe he went into was it something else? I think he went into detail too, but it was in a Japanese stream, so I was like, I don't fucking know. But I feel like there's a lot of problems there with how core things are architected that they would need to solve, or solve in interesting ways. Because I mean, they do actually do that sometimes, like the reagent bank. You've been able to access that, for crafting, even though it's not on your person. So I feel like they could maybe do a few more things like that to help with bag space issues, generally speaking. But it's definitely, I think it's a bigger issue than Blizzard would ever let on, and that most people would actually see. But
it's one of those things where you look at it as an end user and it feels like it should be very simple, but then the technical side ends up being a completely different kind of fish.
That's one thing I'd always would love it. I would love for someone on the engineering team at World of Warcraft to be given the permission to write up stuff like this.
It'll be so interesting.
Yeah, like, hey everyone, here's a look at how our bags are actually architected. This is terrible, but we can't fix it. Without a massive re-engineering project. So here's the reasons. Here's the reasons for it. Even if that does boil down to, listen, for us to fit this many characters on this server, we have to keep them within this restriction of how much we store in each character, which is why we can't have certain things going in certain ways. I would love that so much.